Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Capricorn for the week ahead. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions. Keep in mind this is a general reading and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements, take the messages that do resonate, and leave the rest behind. Okay, let's get started and see what is the theme of the week here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, here and now. Okay, Capricorn, so your first card here is really guiding you to stay present. So you may be feeling pulled to the past. You might be worrying about the future. You might be thinking about things that have happened in the past and feeling sort of drawn towards those things. There is sort of a message here of staying in the present, that you are here and to stay in the now. So that makes me wonder if you've been thinking about the past, or there's been energy around a past connection and a past opportunity, a past experience that is sort of highlighting itself in your experience, or if it's just on your mind. You could also be sort of consumed with thoughts about the future, wondering how things are going to work out, really focused on how. And, you know, it's interesting. That will work itself out. It's interesting when we sort of think about the future or the past, because really we don't have any control over that. We can plant seeds for a future, but we have really no control over how things are going to go. So better to focus on what's happening right in front of you right now, because you do have control over that to some degree. There's always an element of sort of this mysterious force that can change things on a dime. There is connections between everything happening. So something that happened halfway across the world could impact you today. So staying sort of present keeps you in the moments that you have power over. So really feeling that need to stay in the present right now. Let's jump into the tarot cards and see what messages we'll receive for Capricorn. There's that Queen of Cups coming out. So bringing love, compassion, forgiveness to a situation. There's the Magician coming out in reverse. So really needing to stay in that present moment and sort of see where you're feeling things on the inside. What is going on in your inner world right now? Perhaps you need to be offering yourself some love, some compassion, some kindness, some forgiveness. There seems to be, when I see the Magician in reverse, that tells me that whatever's going on within is having an effect on your experience, and that it's not optimized right now. Whatever's going on within is not at an optimal level. So this is a good moment to check out what your beliefs are right now. What are your thoughts right now? Are you nourishing yourself, body, mind, and soul? Or are you sort of being hard on yourself? Are you being critical? Are you being judgmental about the self? Seeing that Queen of Cups makes me feel like we need more love. We need more compassion. We need more care for the self right now. Because it seems to be having an effect. There's the King of Cups in reverse. So you're not able to stay sort of balanced in the emotions right now, because there's something triggering you. Again, could be pulling you to the past or the future, but regardless, you're being guided to stay in the moment, to stay in the present where you have an impact, because it feels like you're not able to keep yourself feeling like balanced within when you sort of veer over to the future or to the past. It's causing some disruptions for your energy, and it's not optimizing you. So this is interesting. There's the Two of Cups. There's something going on here that you're thinking about. I can't help but wonder if you're preoccupied with a relationship from the past, or if you're wondering about future relationships. As I say that, I see the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you're still thinking about or hanging on to a connection from the past, Capricorn, one that ended with conflict that was painful, and you're now sort of out of balance. You're out of balance because you're thinking about this, and perhaps there is something making you feel like reconciliation may be what's up ahead. And I feel like you're sort of overwhelmed by thinking about this. When you do think about it, it creates a lot of, oh boy, a lot of overwhelmed feelings and sort of overthinking about it. It's on your mind all the time. But I can't help but wonder if there is a new beginning on the horizon, and maybe you're just feeling it. You're feeling the energy of this other person. I'm wondering if they're thinking about you too. Someone's trying to make a decision, and there's a lot of opposing forces here. So you could be having a difficult time. We do see the Queen and the King of Cups here. The King is in reverse. So whoever would identify as the masculine in this story, again, it's not gender-based, but, you know, because we all carry the feminine and the masculine energies, but whoever would be the more masculine energy in this relationship seems to be, you know, unable to hold themselves back anymore. I feel like there will be communication here, and that maybe you know that already, Capricorn. You may know that, and maybe that's what's got your energy sort of out of that optimal range, because you're thinking about this connection too. You're thinking about this past connection, and it's got you sort of thinking, is this ever going to be in balance? Or maybe you've already sort of told yourself that this is not going to be in balance. It's almost like you're at a place where you're thinking, I don't want this to hurt me again, with that Three of Swords there. So I kind of feel like you're not willing to even entertain an offer at this time. But it's almost like your higher self and this other person's higher self are looking at the situation with this higher perspective that says that, you know, a new beginning is possible. But that it's interesting. It almost feels like there's this disconnect between yourselves here in the now, like this card suggested, and what your higher selves are sort of trying to make happen energetically. I feel a lot of stubborn energy here. I feel stubborn energy. I feel overthinking energy. I feel this idea that you've already concluded what the outcome would be if you were to encounter this person again. I feel like you haven't had contact with this person in a long time. There's been a significant gap in communication here, and that at the time there might have been a power imbalance where one person was often giving and the other person was not giving to the same degree. Maybe getting comfortable in that codependent vibe here. And it's interesting. It's interesting because it feels like, I can't help but wonder if that the more masculine person in this relationship is really starting to lose it in terms of their emotions are starting to get the better of them, and they may be reaching out to communicate. As I say that, my voice is cracking. So it might be a struggle for them to do that, but they're slowly losing that sort of stoic demeanor that says they're unfazed by you. I think that they're really starting to feel like, I need Capricorn back in my life. And I wonder how they're going to approach you. That Page of Cups, I can't help but think, you know, looking at this row here, you got the Two of Cups, the Three of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. It really makes me think that this past union that ended in a painful way is transforming and wants a new beginning. and that the masculine is thinking about the past and maybe has some regrets and is overthinking communication with you. They may be really wanting to communicate, but also not wanting to take the risk. And for you, it's almost like when you think about that past, it still hurts. That Five of Cups. And it throws you off balance, Capricorn. It's interesting, and then looking at that Queen of Cups row, again, the feminine is so hurt still. Whoever the more feminine was in this relationship is still very hurt and also overthinks the situation and sort of in a way that says, I'm never going to let that person hurt me again. So there feels like a lot of stubborn energy here, not being able to move past the past and sort of making some boundaries around the future when it comes to not wanting to be hurt by this person again, or anyone actually. It's interesting. It almost feels like there's a strong boundary around the heart here for you, Capricorn, because whatever happened in the past, it changed how you love. You're feeling like maybe love is off the table. And I can't help but think that is throwing your energy off with that Magician there. To close your reading, what does Capricorn need to surrender or surrender to? This looks like a love reading for you. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Very interesting. I wonder if in the here and now you're needing to sort of step forward, to really lean into the moment here, in the present moment, instead of sort of feeling so blocked, right? With that Eight of Swords. We've also got surrender to the beauty of the natural world. So you might need to take a break from thinking about this, and just a break. I can't help but think that maybe Capricorn, you need a holiday, you need a break, you need maybe a little vacation, or even a weekend out camping somewhere, doing something in nature, just to feel grounded in the present, so that you're not sort of worrying about the future or thinking too much about this past connection. Bottom of the deck says surrender low self-esteem. So that's an interesting message as well. You deserve success, love, abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And, that's very interesting. This reading sort of started off with this message of, are you nourishing yourself? And, certainly releasing any sort of beliefs about low self-esteem, releasing any sort of beliefs that you don't deserve love or success because of something that happened in the past. It's interesting, Capricorn. Lots of food for thought for this week for you. I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. And if you would like a personal reading, I am offering those right now. So you can find the link for that in the description below. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.